help you guys moving forward to have that experience?
I think that's a positive that gets kind of lost out in the narrative of the injuries, and I don't want it to be part of the. I don't want the injuries just to be the narrative. Let's talk about also our young players who came up and did exceptionally well, and we're going to need those players moving forward. We have been able to sustain this success because young players come up and they play and they turn out to be great players, all-star players. And I think we were able to find that out through these injuries where, hey, so we got some young arms that came up and, help us get to this late run, position players who came up and, fill some big shoes of some big time players because they knew they need to do it. So that aspect, not only performing, but knowing that, this team needs me. I'm also, I'm showcasing myself for next season. I want to put my name on the radar where I think this team can count on me moving forward. And I saw that development on our players, which I think is very important when you try to sustain winning at an organization.
Can I? And I know you talk about evaluating players, evaluating your staff, but do you do self-evaluation?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but absolutely. I look at myself in the mirror every night after every game. What could I have done better? How could I communicate myself better with the player, my staff? This is my second year on, managing this club, and I continue to grow. I'm open-minded about suggestions and ideas. How can I make myself better and make my players better? Absolutely. If not, I would not be helping. I would not be helping this organization if I'm not holding myself accountable. Because at the end of the day, I'm the manager of this team, and I'm responsible for what goes on in that clubhouse. So I care about that deeply. I care about the organization, and I care about putting the best product on the field because our fans expect us to win, and I take that very seriously.
Okay, we'll go Brian, Dan, Michael, and Matt. Brian.
If you guys going into spring are healthy, it seems like you'll have a logjam of players on the infield with Paredes and Correa and Pena and Urias, all those guys. How do you see that playing out in the offseason and going into next year? How can all those guys coexist?
Yeah, I think that's what the offseason is for. I think it's a great problem to have, but I think that will solve this itself by itself.
Okay, Dan.
Dana, two parts. Financially, where do you guys feel like you're going to be in terms of how aggressive you guys can be this offseason? And when it comes to trades, do you feel like you guys have any untouchable guys on your roster?
First, nobody's really untouchable. I mean, you have to keep every avenue open and try to get better. And, if there's an opportunity to make a trade, we'll make a trade. But, right now our roster is put together very well. I think we have a really good team. If we stay healthy, we will for sure be back in the dance in October. So what was the other part of that question?
Financially, just how aggressive you guys can possibly be.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Crane has never held back. So, I mean, I would think that we're going to have the full ability to go out and, acquire and get better. And if there's areas that we think we need to improve on, whether it's a starting pitcher or a left-hand bat, I think we'll be, in the market.
Okay, Michael, Matt, and Jesus.
This is for Joe, but Dave can ask also. Usually October, you guys are playing baseball at the ballpark. Do you guys have any plans for your off time in October? Anything with your girls? Anything you want to share about that?
I'll tell you. I'll share you a little personal story of my little one. She was very disappointed that we're not playing in October. I asked her, Daddy's home. We get to spend some time, and she wasn't very thrilled about the fact that we're not in the dance. And I told her that, maybe we're going to work really hard to get back to October because everything she's known is October, which I, appreciate that from her. But, she said, Daddy, you guys are a good team, and, thank you for being here for the next couple of days, but I wish you guys would be in the postseason. She mentioned Halloween. We've been in hotels for Halloween. All this, nice stuff that a 10-year-old would. And that, it touched my heart because, how much I care about my kids, but also about playing October. And I was expecting to play today. And it's really difficult not to be on a baseball field today. suiting up and representing the city. But at the same time, it's time for us to, for me to reflect and, honestly, how, grateful I've been and how lucky we've been to be in a postseason for a very long time. So for me, it's time for me to, reflect and how can we make this team better? How can I make myself better, my staff better, so we can get back to October?
Okay, Matt, Jesus, and then Jason.
Just a couple of quick things. Altuve's role obviously evolved over the course of the season. Just how do you view that going forward?
Well, you know what? For me, Matt, we're going to sit down and go through that. Obviously, things were shuffled around because we were missing players. So you go from plan A to plan B to plan C, and what I do want to say is that it's important to, again, remind how important Jose Altuve is for this organization. You go in there with a plan A, injuries happen. Number one, this guy is posting every single day. He plays through pain, ups and downs. He's in there. Joe, where you want me to left field? Okay, second base, yes. DH, yes. Here we go. That's very important. Now, our job is to, once all these guys are healthy, put another plan in place where we could maintain all these guys healthy throughout the season. I think that's going to be where my main focus is going to be. How can we play these guys where there's DH days for everyone, and who's going to be playing here and there, so we could keep these guys healthy. And once we do that, once these guys are healthy, we're going to find ourselves playing deep in October. For me, is Altuve. He's always open to do whatever is best for the team, and respect him immensely for that.